The first job that I had, so I went along to the National Broadcasting School, and the top 3 got placements. And I got placed at a small local radio station on the south coast of England, Two Counties Radio. And I was there only for about 2 weeks. And I lived in a place called Brighton, which was along the coast, about 100 miles. And suddenly an opening came up there in that radio station for a junior reporter. So I see that really as my first job. I think the first 2 weeks at Two Counties was just a shock. Wow, it's this intense. But I was at Southern Sound Radio for about 5 years.
Okay.
And I went from being a person who sort of who did the traffic report and travel in the morning at 5 a.m. through to being the news editor and sports editor. So I think, local radio, local journalism is a wonderful place to learn your trade. And you learn how to do things and how not to do things. You often things you take away. When my first job, first day, it's 5 in the morning, and there's me and the newsreader and some other journalist, and I'm writing some copy for him to read, the newsreader to read. And I'm not the greatest typist in the world, so I made 1 or 2 mistakes, but in journalism school they told you just draw a line from the word just over the one that you crossed out. So the newsreader's eye will bounce across the 2. And I did that, and the newsreader came out and he hit me around the head. He said, "Don't you do that to me again." And I'm thinking, wow, well, it's 5 in the morning. It's my first morning. And I thought, if ever I get to be a boss, I will never treat someone like that. And I think in one way, you learn from negatives. And there was always, hopefully, a respect for people if you want them to give their best. And maybe it was just a style of management that was big in those days, sort of very aggressive. And it wasn't just media, but things have changed.